Dynamics of victimization.
Victims of Crime Model by Brand and Sangui. According to this model, there are three stages involved in any victimization: stage of impact and disorganization stage, during and immediately following the criminal event. The impact of victimization. Victimization can also cause significant psychological impact such as depression, anxiety, and PTSD. Psychological impact can result in challenges for victims including substance abuse, difficulty sleeping, and disorganization. Depression is correlated with many forms of victimization including sexual, violence, property, peer, and relationship. It can lead to weight gain or loss, changes in appetite, altered sleep patterns, less energy, a decreased ability to concentrate, and suicidal tendencies. The impact of depression can cause challenges in other relationships and declining physical health. And anxiety can lead to panic attacks and phobias. Disorganization and despairs. This is space marked by initial acceptance of the reality of loss. The grieving person may experience feelings of apathy, anger, despair, and hopelessness. Stage of recoil. The stage during which the victim formulates psychological defenses and deals with conflicting emotions of guilt, anger, acceptance, and desire of revenge, said to last 3 to 8 months. This is the phase where there is recoil from the impact and the initial rescue activities commence. Initial mental health effects may appear. People show confusion, are stunned, or demonstrate high-level anxiety. Emotional reaction will be variable and depend on the individual's perceptions and experience of the different stressor elements noted earlier. Necessary activities of the rescue phase may delay these reactions, and they may appear more as recovery process get underway. Reactions may include numbness, denial or shock, flashbacks, and nightmares. Grief reactions to loss, anger, despair, sadness, hopelessness. Conversely, relief and survival may lead to feelings of elation, which may be difficult to accept in the face of the distraction the disaster has wrought. Reorganization stage, a stage during which the victim puts his or her life back to healthy daily living. However, some victims may not successfully adapt the victimization experience and maladaptive reorganization stage. Reorganization recovery. In the final phase, the grieving person begins to turn to a new state of normal. Intense feelings such as sadness, anger, and despair begin to diminish as more positive memories of the deceased person increase. The person may experience regular energy levels, and weight will stabilize if it fluctuated during other phases.
Disaster Victims Model. This model was developed to explain the coping behavior of victims of the natural disaster. According to this model, there are 4 stages of victimization. Number 1 is pre-impact. This stage describes the victim's condition before being victimized. So sa stage na to, describe kung ang victim ay nasa normal na kondisyon ba siya or nasa katayuan ng isang normal na estado. Si stage na to ay hindi pa nangyayari ang isang krimen. Kumbaga, nandun pa lang siya sa tinatawag nating normal stage. Hindi pa nagaganap yung isang krimen. Number 2, impact. The stage at which victimization occur. So sa stage na to, nangyayari na yung krimen sa isang biktima. So maaaring dito na magsisimula yung posibleng maging outcome ng krimen na ginawa sa kanya. Post-impact. A stage which entails the degree and duration of personal and social disorganization following victimization. So sa stage na to, ang isang tao na nakaranas ng isang crime ay maglalabas na ng saloobin kung ano yung kanyang mga naranasan, kung ano yung kanyang mga natamo the during the occurrence ng isang krimen habang ito ay nangyayari sa kanya. Number 4, behavioral outcome. A stage that describes the victim's adjustment to the victimization experience. So sa stage na to, pinapakita na yung isang taong nakaranas ng krimen ay nagkaroon na ng impact sa kanya yung mga nangyari. So dito makikita natin na yung isang taong nakaranas ng certain crime ay magkakaroon ng isang alaala, okay, natatatak sa kanya, or magkakaroon siya ng mga trauma, okay, dahil dun sa kanyang mga naranasan habang ginagawa yung isang krimen sa kanya. Maaari itong magresulta ng labis na kalungkutan, okay, or magkaroon siya ng mga trauma or mga bagay na magpapabigla sa kanya kapag naalala niya or nakita niya ang isang bagay na maaaring magpaalala sa kanya during ng ginagawa sa kanya yung crime na yun. Factors of victimization. Ito yung mga bagay na pwedeng idahilan or maaaring idahilan ng tao kung bakit siya na biktima ng isang pangyayari, or mga bagay na pwedeng idahilan ng isang tao kung bakit siya naging isang biktima ng isang pangyayaring masama sa kanya. Number 1, hedonism. So dito, nagpe-play yung hedonism sa victimization. For example, yung isang tao, masaya siya sa ginagawa niya, ngunit masama naman yung epekto sa kanya. For example, yung isang tao, masaya siya sa ginagawa niyang paggamit ng pinagbabawal na gamot. Pero at the end of the day, sinisi niya yung sarili niya dahil alam niyang nagkamali siya. At alam niya na masama yun sa kanyang kalusugan. At sinisisi niya yung sarili niya dahil naging biktima siya ng isang illegal na gawain. At naging biktima siya ng pinagbabawal na masamang gamot, which is labag sa batas. Number 2, materialistic culture. So yung materialistic culture, nagpe-play siya sa role ng victimization. Kapag ang isang tao, biniblame niya yung pagiging victim niya sa pagiging maluho niya. For example, sa case ng mga snatching, yung isang tao, hinablutan ng hikaw, ng relo, ng kwintas. So, meaning, yung taong hinablutan ng kwintas, relo, hikaw, ay maraming alipores sa kanyang katawan. Dahil doon, naging mainit yung mata ng mga snatcher, and then, hinablot ng snatcher yung kanyang mga alahas. So, siya ay naging biktima ng snatching. Doon napapasok yung materialistic culture blaming. Number 3, sex values. So, dito, nagpe-play yung sex values sa victimization kapag ang isang tao, biniblame niya yung pagiging mapang-akit niya sa ibang tao na magkaroon ng something sa pagitan nilang dalawa. For example, inakit ng isang tao yung kapwa niya para magkaroon ng something sa kanila. Ngunit, bukod sa something na nangyari sa kanila, lumagpas doon yung dapat na mangyari. Binugbog siya. So, nagkaroon ng violence yung dapat sana'y something na masaya at doon nabugbog siya. So, nagkaroon ng violence which is merong penalty sa batas kapag ang isang tao sinaktan mo. Especially sa mga kababaihan at mga kabataan. Decay of discipline. So dito, yung decay of discipline, nagpe-play siya sa victimization kapag ang isang tao biniblame niya yung kawalan niya ng disiplina at naging biktima siya. For example, yung isang tao tatawid sa daan. Ngunit sa kabilang daan, may nakalagay na sign, bawal tumawid dito. So, nagmatigas siya. Tumawid siya, then nabangga siya ng humaharurot sa sasakyan. At siya ay nagkaroon ng kaso yung pangyayaring yun, na hit and run siya. So doon, maaari niyang sisihin yung sarili niya kung bakit siya naging biktima ng hit and run dahil sa kawalan niya ng disiplina. Number 5, public morality. So dito, yung public morality, nagpe-play siya sa victimization kapag ang isang tao ay naging isang biktima ng mga gawain na hindi kaaya-aya sa pampublikong lugar. For example, yung isang babae, nakasakay siya sa bus, then suddenly,
The topic I discuss is theories of victimization. Theories of victimization, the idea that the moral status of a wrongful act turns in part on the degree to which the wrong's victim is vulnerability or innocence. Victimization have a two theory. First theory, precipitation theory. What is precipitation theory? Victim precipitation, also known as victim facilitation, refers to situations where there was the initial aggressor in the action that led to their harm or loss. The theory was first coined by Marvin Wolfgang in his 1957 study of homicide. The victim suggests that some people cause or in a particular confrontation that may eventually lead to that person becoming victimized by injury or death. Such precipitation on the part of the victim can either be active or passive. Second theory of victimization is a lifestyle theory. This theory had a two. Many criminologists believe that those whose lifestyle increases criminal exposure are more likely to become victims of crime. Behaviors such as going out late at night, associating with younger men, residing in cities increase the chances of falling victim to crime. Second, therefore, one can be reduced their chance of becoming victims by staying home at night, living in suburban area, avoiding public spaces, getting married, and making more money. Therefore, the lifestyle theory holds that crime is not random, but is a function of an individual chosen lifestyle. This theory posits that one may be at higher risk of being victimized due to certain choices or lifestyle. This theory was based in the personal and professional lifestyle activities that may lead to a person becoming a victim. Example of lifestyle victim. The criminal chose a victim was a lady wearing 24-karat gold necklace slowly walking in the street. Okay, that's a lifestyle tree. And we have a 5 note. First, the theory concludes that the volume and distribution of predatory crime is linked to three variable interactions that presents the typical routine activities executed in traditional American lifestyle by Siegel 2006, page 80. Variables involved. Second, available and suitable targets such as free homes that contain saleable goods. Third, the lack of proper guardians such as police, homeowners, and neighbors. And fourth, the existence of encouraged vendors such as addicts, teenage boys, and those who are unemployed. Fifth, the routine activities theory also focuses on lifestyle. Generally, lifestyles affect criminal opportunity by controlling one's proximity to criminals, time of being exposed to criminals, attractiveness as becoming a target, and therefore the ability to be protected. Alright, that is the end of my part in this discussion. Thank you.
The two kinds of victim precipitation. Number one, active precipitation exists when the victim knowingly acts provocatively, uses fighting words or threats, or attack first. Active precipitation example is when a victim precipitates a crime through provocation. An example of active precipitation would be a victim verbally taunting a person who then assaults the victim. Number 2. Passive rainfall. However, occurs when the victim contains characteristics that unknowingly motivate or threatens the attacker. Passive rainfall example is when a victim does not consciously engage with the criminal, but may exhibit some behaviors that make them a more likely target of a crime. An example of passive precipitation would be walking alone in a dangerous place.